Hey, want some chicken today? Hello, my tribe, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Sakina here. I made a post a few days ago, and it was a poll about movies that you can watch and rewatch. And every time you do that, you sit down with your mind in your palm, questioning everything, your existence, everything. And you discover things because every time you jump back and forth, you see things based on your own self consciousness and self awareness and self understanding, all the good stuff. That's hot. That's hot. In other words, you see things from whole different perspectives, angles, and under different lights and shades based on your own self awareness and consciousness and presence. And that is hot. Hot. Based on your own awakening. Assuming you are awake. Buongiorno, if you are. Well, first of all, thank you so much to every single person who voted. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I'm gonna focus on one of the movies because it's deep and interesting. I'm all about that. You know, it's hot. It's hot. The movie that I intentionally chose to decipher and talk about, not so deep, lightly and slightly, because the movie is already deep, dark, and twisted in so many ways. And once I will explain what I think is about, it will become so obvious and easy to see and pretty much self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Because contrairement to what everyone believes, the movie is not what you think it is about. A Truman Show, it's not what you think it is. The Truman Show is about the family dynamic. Yes, it's about the family dynamics, families in general, the families you never chose, and I'm pretty sure the family never chose you. That's why I keep asking people most of the time, why do you want to get married? And specifically, why do you want to have kids? You should be sitting down with your demons and your shadows and ask yourself these questions, because the answers will not be as pleasant as you might think. Yeah, the families you never chose, and I'm pretty sure, as I said, they never chose you, but here we are. La ratatouille, la soupe, here we are. Here we are. Yeah, it's getting hot. It's hot. I know. The Truman Show, from psychological perspective, and specifically from an archetypical perspective, is full of archetypes, so many layers of darkness and shadows, so many. It's not about the big hakuna, fake society, the brainwashing, the conditioning. No, it's about the smallest scale, the big bang, the smallest seed of society, the fake society, the first brainwashing and conditioning, which is your family that you didn't choose. Yeah, think about it. That is your first ever experience and exposure to control, conditioning, and brainwashing inside your own family. Because you're already inside one of the boxes, and nobody wants you out of that box. And they call it safety. By the way, let me break your bubble. Nobody is safe. Safety is the fucking illusion that is sold to you by your parents and your family. You are never safe specifically inside your family. I know. So in the Truman Show, we have a lot of archetypes. We have the orphan archetype, the absent father archetype, the maiden archetype, which is the wife, the perfect wife. We have the devouring mother archetype, is super dangerous. And of course, we have the bullying father, and that is the cherry on top. But the main archetype, which is the main character, Truman, is the fool archetype. And of course, I said it many times, the fool journey is the only journey, of course. And of course, we have the lover archetype. Obviously, every fool needs a lover. You know what I'm saying? So we have the lover archetype, which is a cute little light feminine addition to the story. It's not the main, the core of the story, but it's a little addition for some spices to the story. It's there for a reason. It's there to show us and show Truman that he can be loved, you know, even with all his flaws and being a fool. You know what I'm saying? But it's there for a reason. It's there for a reason to show the control that this family dynamics, all the other archetypes, have, over Truman, because he's not gonna end up with a lover, obviously. Because, excuse me, Mr. Fool, what do you mean you found love in hopeless places? What do you mean you will be happy the rest of your life? No, we don't want that for you. No, you're not supposed to be happy. You're not supposed to have what you want. No, we are in control. We're gonna put you in a box and you're gonna stay in the fucking box. Okay, we got you the maiden. Okay? Because the true love, the lover archetype, it's not gonna work for us. It's not gonna give us what we want. No, 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 no. The Truman awakening, aka the Fool Journey awakening, is so fascinating to see unfold and play from the outside. But let me tell you from my own experience, it is so dark and twisted and hard in many ways from the inside. Being the fool, going through your awakening, it's no fun. It's not a cakewalk. And everything starts with questioning everything, questioning your existence, questioning your reality, asking the right questions, questioning yourself, your existence, shaking all the old beliefs, and you will realize that everything around you was already fake. And every time you start questioning your own question, question your own existence, your own beliefs, question the reality you are experiencing, question everything and everyone around you, that's when all the magic happen. That's when all the shifts happen, because now you see the patterns you were not able to see before because you were asleep. Now you sift through the illusions and you are able to see what is true, what is not. And they come for blood. The shadows, the demons, the archetypes, people in control because they're losing control. The old beliefs, they come for blood. Because what do you mean you have awakened? What do you mean you are fake? What do you mean you want to go to the unknown? We want you here, safe. And you just keep pushing and questioning everything, everyone, questioning the reality, shaking everything, and keep believing that there is something out there for you other than that box and that reality. And that's exactly what happened to Truman. Because he opened the door, he went to the unknown. He went to the unknown. Here is the caveat and a little twist. We don't know what happened to the fool in this specific fool journey. We have no idea what happened to Truman in the unknown, because a lot of things could happen to the fool. He could get lost, die, get sacrificed, or he could have woken up and became the wise. We have no idea. But he did it anyway. Because guess what? What if the unknown is not scary? What if it's not twisted? What if it's not dark? What if it's safe? I mean, it's safer than the family, the known. The base of my own theory are either an extension or the opposite of something. If Truman, aka the fool, stayed in the same box, same reality, he would have been the perfect manifestation of being the extension of your own representation. But he chose to go against the tide, against the odd, to be the complete opposite of his own representation. What is that? Is the unknown. And guess what? He will make it. Now tell me, why are you scared of the unknown, Mr. Fool? I want to know. And it's called the unknown for a reason, because nobody knows. And the only way out is through. Are you scared to fuck up? This is your permission. Just go and fuck up. Because we have 50-50 chances. You could make it, bueno for you, and you could die, or at least you didn't go without a fight. I have seen a lot of true men and true women being stuck for years in cycles and loops of darkness, abuse, control, and brainwashing just because they didn't believe there is something out there for them. There is. It's called the unknown. Happy healing, y'all. I forgot. It's hot. Woo! It's hot.